Hey YouTube, today we're going to change the lower control arms on a 2005 Honda CRV. So we already jacked up the car, not broke it or anything, but we have it up on jacks and we have it on the jack stands, and we're getting ready to take a look underneath it. So here's what we have. So we took the tire off, got it up on jacks, we put jack stands under there, and what we're going to replace is this piece right here. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is there's a bolt coming up through here. We have to take that out, and here it is again right here. So we're going to need to take this bolt out. That's to the sway bar. We're gonna have to take this bolt out. So that one goes this direction. It's gonna be a little tricky. And then there's one more bolt. That is right here. So you can see we took the cotter pin out already. So I took the cotter pin out. We ran over to the store so that we can get some new ones. So this castle nut will have to come out, and then we'll have to hammer this ball joint out of there. So I got the tool to do that, and then we'll raise this up, pull this down, take it out, put the new ones in, and do it in reverse order. So just 4 bolts should be pretty easy. So on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm figuring this is about maybe a 3 or 4. So it's not that hard. It's just you have to have the right tools to do it. So that's what increases the difficulty on it. So, but we've got some new ones. And here's our new one. And we got one for the other side also. So and assisting me is my buddy Corey. So all right, we're gonna go put some spray lubricant on those bolts and let them soak in a little bit, and we'll start getting this done. All right, so back after we spray everything down and when we start loosening up the bolts. All right, so we use some of this here, Seafoam Deep Creep, and we put it on there. So on a bunch of the bolts. Now we're going to see if we can break it free. Oh, hang on, I think I got it.
I think I got it. So I just want to take that all the way off.
Yep. Take that all the way off.
Give me this. Okay. There it comes.
All right. While you're sizing that up.
Here.
Okay.
Oh, there it goes.
All right.
Okay, so that's this one, which leaves this.
Yep. So that's a 9.
This
right here.
Now this one back here, I think is going to be the most challenging.
Which one? That one back there?
Yeah, I think this one and this one should be okay to get off.
All right. Well, let's try this one here.
So.
All right. I don't know if we got that.
Here, be careful with that. Don't lose that piece.
Okay. Nope.
You want me to try getting this one?
Huh. Well, either that deep sea works really good, or deep foam, whatever that's called.
All right, you want me to
sea foam?
You want me to undo this one too?
Yeah.
On the bottom.
Yep. See if you can.
pulling myself forward. Damn, it's the right size.
Oh, that's just spinning in there. Uh-oh. It's too easy. Okay. Careful, you're on camera.
Huh?
This is just spinning right here.
Okay.
I don't know how we can get that off of there. Let's see, that's 9/16.
This one's turning, but barely. Okay, now it's going. Okay. At least somewhat.
Okay, here. Yep. Here. Put this on there.
I don't know if that's going to help, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, so where's it going?
It should be a reverse.
Nope. Nope. Gonna have to keep doing that by hand. Ow.
Is the top spinning?
I
Go ahead and rotate it. Let me try to. Let's see if it's. Oh, it's spinning. Okay.
Yeah, but the problem is this is spinning. I don't think that is.
Yeah, that's staying.
So is that good or bad?
Well, we want the nut to spin. Here, let me put my finger up on it. Go ahead. Yeah, you're good. Go in and go. Tighten it. Go the other direction. Tighten it a little bit, and it'll loosen up some of the grit inside there. And then go back. Yep, go back and forth a couple times. Okay, keep it on there. Just go back and forth. Yeah.
What the hell was that?
Okay, go ahead. We'll try to continue on.
I'm wondering, do we have to take that top one off first?
Uh-huh.
I'm wondering if we have to take that top off first.
It's coming out.
No, because the top one's not spinning at all. I'm wondering if I'm hoping I'm not tearing it, is what I'm saying.
No, the bolt's turning inside the nut. That's good.
Yeah, because this whole body's turning, but up here's not.
That's fine.
Just, I don't want to damage it. If I damage this, then I'm screwed.
Here, that should be able to.
Now it's getting tight again.
Okay. Here.
No, but I don't think we're doing this right, is what I'm saying. Ow. I don't think we're doing this right, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna work, but okay. No, buddy, stop. Hang on.
Just has to loosen that.
check that video again to make sure. Because I don't want us to be damaging this. If
Oh no, it's not. Cool.
I gotta make sure. I want to make sure.
It's coming out. We just got to get that bolt's rusted.
Hang on. I gotta make sure. It's not that I don't trust you or anything. It's just that I'm saying I don't know.
It's a bolt.
I want to make sure, because if we mess something up and we cause some kind of damage,
we're not going to. It just comes out, buddy.
oh, it's at 2003, so.
See, we just might need to get a bolt because that one's rusted. See, it's just spinning.
Okay, so that one's supposed to stay up there. See, I guess.
That. Sound effects brought to you by Corey Ladner.
Oh, shut up.
It's coming out.
I swear I will get...
You can push that out of your way there.
That's not my way.
Okay, wait. Stop right there.
What's over here? Crap.
See what's going on.
Wait, am I damaging that?
No.
No, because I'm look. What the hell is this? Hang on.
That's all going to be replaced.
I just don't know if that's coming off the joint there. If it's...
Yeah, it's just a piece of rubber. It's a bushing.
Damn.
There's a new one on your other one.
Yes, hang on. Okay. Jeez.
Okay, go back and forth. Go back and forth. Work harder, not smarter. You can't keep going the same direction because you're just forcing all that dirt straight down in with it. There you go. That's the way to do it.
I hope the other one's not as hard as this one. Okay, it's coming, I think.
Can't hit loose, right?
What the hell? Oh. Okay.
All right. Okay, go back and forth. Every time you go. All right, change of plans. We're gonna have to take the caliper and the rotor off to give us a little bit more room to get at everything. So this one's gonna have to come off. We'll pull this off so it gives us just a little bit more room. So yep, that's what we're gonna have to do. All right, remember how to get the rotor off?
We never did it on this one.
Well, there's just a couple bolts right here. There's one, and then there's two. One right there on the bottom of the rotor, and then one at the top of the rotor. Those bolts will come right out. We can pull the caliper off, and then once the caliper, we'll take this out and we'll just hang it from probably like right up here with a little something. We'll just flip it up, hang it up there, and then this thing here will come right off. So all right. Okay, that was a couple of pains, but had to figure this all out. So what we got is had to get a 17mm socket on an angle right there in order to get this one out. So finally it's moving. So you can see that. And then on this side here, this one was moving, so this 9/16. So when we put the wrench on it, the bolt would also move. So what I had to do was look for something thin, which I tried to put channel locks on it, but the channel locks are too thick. So I found this, which is it's like a vice grip, but it's real thin. You can see how thin it is right here. So it was able to fit in between the boot and that to hold that screw. So now we can get this piece off here. So, and as you can see, if you hold that down, that is now turning. So, okay. So just a couple of pains. So I don't know if they put these together really tight or what, if it's rusted, but we finally got it. So we're going to take all these bolts out and I'll be right back. All right, there we go. All right, just like any little job, it turned into a big one. So we had to go get some sway bar links that connected the sway bar to the
control arm.
Lower control arm.
Yes.
So that was another $30 each, 33. So we got some.
So the more expensive one was the driver's side. Okay.
Yeah. So Duralast. And then we also had to get a cutter wheel, cutting tool, cut-off tool, and cut the bolts off of that sway bar link because it just did not want to come off. So
okay, so how it'll go like this.
Yep.
Okay.
So we got all that off. It's loosened up. Now we're going to pull it off, and hopefully it'll just go back together now. So wow, that 4 bolts, that's all it needed to be, and turned into
this.
Yeah, many hours later. So as usual. So all right, I'll show you when we get done. All right, we're going to continue on here. We ran into something else. We ran into something else now, and what happened is, so we got the other one out. So here it is, right here. We got the. Hey YouTube. Okay, so as you can see, the car's not here anymore. So we got that lower control arm on the driver's side finished. It was the toughest set of 4 bolts I have ever had to do. So I'm just going to show you the lower control arm on the driver's side and give you a little bit of insight on what happened. So right here, this is the lower control arm. This side here is attached to the frame. This side here is attached to the frame. And this side here is attached to the ball joint. that is underneath the disc rotor, the disc brake rotor. So this one wasn't too bad. I have a fork that goes underneath it somewhere. Let me go look at it. See if I could show you. Okay, so this is a fork that you use to take off ball joints. So now this is towards the back of the car and this is towards the front of the car. So the ball joint was here. I had to try to get this fork. We had to try to get the fork from this side underneath the rubber bushing of that ball joint so we didn't ruin it. So we were able to get some of it here, but to try to also save it, once we got it coming up just a little bit, I moved it over to this side here where I was able to get underneath the top part and not hit the rubber that was on the ball joint. And I was able to use this and hit it this direction here, and it popped out. This here is a sway bar linkage. That was a pain. I'll tell you about that in a second. This one here is attached to the frame on the rear part of the lower control arm. It had one bolt going in this side here, which actually came out without any issue. On this side of the frame, where the bolt comes through, there is a nut that's welded to the mount that is, you know, on both sides of this. And that came out pretty easy. So that was about the only one that came out easy. We got to this one here, and the screw, or the bolt on this one here, the bolt comes up from the bottom and attaches to a nut that's welded to the frame on the top here. Well, as we were unscrewing this, that broke off the weld, so the nut was free spinning. So we had to get ye old vice grips and grab that nut from the top side while we were using an impact wrench on the bottom to try to get it out. The impact wrench wouldn't take it out, so we had to get a breaker bar. And a breaker bar is, I'll show you what that is. A breaker bar is a ratchet. See, it's got a ratchet end on here. A breaker bar doesn't ratchet. It's just a solid bar that you could put the ratchet head on, or the, you know, socket on, and you have that much room to try to loosen it. And the longer it is, the more torque you can get. So this one here is only a 3/8. I think I'm going to have to invest in a 1/2-inch breaker bar as well. So we had to use that. And also, once we got that top bolt off, the bolt on the bottom still would not come out. It wouldn't, you know, it was just free spinning really hard, and we couldn't get it out. So what we found out was it was rusted inside here, and the bolt was actually attached to, you know, attached itself with rust to this piece here and also this piece here. So what we were doing is we used the breaker bar again, but we took the vice grips and we were able to get it underneath and get a hold of this here and start unscrewing it there. So it came off of this and we got that loose, also using penetrating oil to help. And then it still wouldn't come out. We found out it was on this, so we actually had to maneuver this, lift it up a little bit with a jack so we could get this in here. It's kind of upside down right now, but to get it in here so that the vice grip could hold that, and then just lock it in place. And then using the breaker bar, we finally got it dislodged from here, and we're able to finally get the screw out. So, and the sway bar here, oh my gosh. Okay, so the sway bar has a pretty small, has a smaller screw that comes through, and the screw on it was supposed to have an Allen wrench hole that you put an Allen wrench in and hold it while you use like a box wrench to loosen the bolt. Well, that doesn't work very well when it's, you know, really rusted on there. You know, penetrating oil, we tried to put heat on it. So we heated this thing up and tried to heat the bolt. Still couldn't get it off of there. Eventually what I had to do is I used my cutting tool, and we actually I cut the bolt as many times through until it got so, you know, got loose enough that I could just break it. So I cut it through with the cutting tool, and then I used a chisel and chiseled it until it started, you know, getting loose, and I was able to finally get it out of there. So we'll probably try to film some more when we do the other side. But this was the driver's side. Pain. What a pain. But we got it out. We got her done. And yeah, I ran out of batteries because there were so many times we had to film it. And that's about it for the driver's side. So we'll try to see what happens on the passenger side. Hopefully it'll be much easier. But now we know all the tricks. This one's going to be easy. You know, like I said, you put your penetrating oil on it. The sway bar here, tough. We just had to, you know, once we broke it off of there, we had to go back to the auto store and buy sets of sway bar linkages that go from the lower control arm up to the sway bar, which rides about here. So we had to buy 2 new linkages, one for this side, one for the other side, in preparation. But so this job supposedly was quoted at a total of $800. So these cost, I think, a total of $120, so $60 each, $65 each. The sway bar linkages were $33. We got that at the auto store. These ones we had to ship, so this was probably, I'll say, just $70. So $140 for the lower control arms, $33 and $33. So a little bit over $200 for the parts, and basically saved $600. But I think that the trouble that we had with this here and the sway bar, I don't know if that was worth $600. But you know, sometimes you don't have the money to do it, so you just try to do it yourself. But be prepared. We were prepared to, in case we couldn't get it all done in one day. Had a contingency plan for how my nephew was going to get back and forth to work. So, but that's it. That's the one side, and we'll try to get some video of the other side and see how badly that was, how badly damaged that one was. What happened was, you see this? it's supposed to have a rubber bushing all the way around it. And what was happening was he would drive about 5 miles, and then all of a sudden his front end would begin to shake. And like this one here is in pretty good condition, but you could see here, you could see right through that. You know, and the rubber's basically gone, and it's barely hanging on from this side and this side. But all the rest of it was, you know, falling out. So, okay. Well, I'll get you an update on the passenger side when we do that. Probably going to do that tonight or tomorrow over Thanksgiving. So, but yeah, oh, what a pain. What a pain. So, all right. Talk to you later.